All right, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of the Okie Boys podcast. It's your boy Big G over here.
Johnny Softballs down
Johnny
here
Softballs.
somewhere.
Old Chuckles McGee. He's got the clown on his shirt, got the clown on his face over there laughing it up.
Can't help it.
Like I said, special edition tonight. We're going to do we did a horror movie review for the month of October for Halloween coming up. We had a poll. If you didn't vote, what were you doing? You missed out. And if you did vote, we appreciate it.
For those of you who did vote, what were you thinking?
Yeah. Well, I was about to get to that. What were y'all thinking? We watched A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I got to say, if that's your favorite movie, you ain't going to like this episode. It's terrible. I'm going to be honest. And I know some people, Johnny's this way, older movies aren't as good. And I get that. I get that because it's like, the special effects or the, computer graphics, they did some funky stuff, like I get some of that. But this one, it's not based on, the special effects it was terrible. No good.
Movie review over.
Yeah, over. 0 stars. Try again.
Oh man.
Well, I got some little bit of facts for it. So this was Wes Craven. Everybody, if you know anything about horror movies, you've heard of Wes Craven. He did the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. He did Scream, The Last House on the Left, The Hills Have Eyes, People Under the Stairs, Red Eye. He's got a lot of movies under his belt. He's done a lot of stuff. This one, though, was a miss for me. So, yeah. But
this was Johnny Depp's film debut too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the first starring role. I think he was in another movie before this.
Yeah, but this was like his big
this was his breakthrough. Yeah, like he was the actual like main cast character in this. So yeah, so if you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're watching this, but Johnny Depp is in it, young Johnny Depp. Most of the other people, I don't think they really went on to do much after this, besides Robert Englund, who plays Freddy, who continued to play Freddy Krueger for however many, what's this been, 30 whatever years. I don't know when the last Nightmare on Elm Street came out that had him in it, but now they have crossovers. He fights Freddy he fights Jason. He is Freddy.
I feel like they should remake a movie with Freddy Krueger in it, like they did it. You know how they redid it.
Yeah,
now, like with today's.
They did.
What year?
Rob Zombie did it, like 2016.
Oh no, it needs to be now.
Let me see.
That's why it's not good. Rob Zombie did it.
Or was it? Oh, it was 2010.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Sam Bayer. I thought it was. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyways, I did see the remake. It's better than this.
Yeah, it's going to be better, but...
Well, but only for me, because they actually explain what's going on in the movie. Because when you start the movie, all you know is some girl's having nightmares, and there's some weird, creepy old dude trying to kill her. Which, all right, I get it. You're throwing us in here with, we're trying to. What is going on? I'm so scared. But the plot jumps around. It doesn't make any sense to me. When are they dreaming? When are they not dreaming? I don't know. I have a hard time trying to figure it out because she's in a dream and she goes to the police station, but then she's not in the dream and she's outside the police station. And I'm like, wait, was she in the dream? Was she not in the dream? And then her boyfriend, the main character, her boyfriend is Johnny Depp, named Glenn. All right, good job. He's a good guy, but she's talking to him. She's like, Glenn, are you watching? Are you standing guard? And he's like, yeah, I'm standing guard. He's like behind a bush. She's like, okay. And then she leaves. And I'm like, wait, was he in her dream? Are they in real life? Why is he outside in the bushes? What's going on? I don't understand. And then she leaves. Like I said, she goes to the prison to look for the other guy because he's under arrest for, they think he murdered the first girl. And then she sees him about to get murdered. And then I'm like, okay, so this is real. Then she runs back to her house and she's trying to, Glenn, where are you? Glenn, where are you? And I'm like, he's in the bushes. He was right there. And then she goes right past him and goes back in the house. And then Freddie shows up and I'm like, oh, so they're in a dream. And then it cuts to, I guess, back to the real world. Glenn's asleep in the chair. And I'm like, how did he get into her dream? I've never been able to get another person into my dream. That's not how that works. Or at least explain a little bit. I don't know. If I don't want to bogart the conversation, what about you can jump in at any time, Johnny?
Oh, me? I'm sorry.
I know you've got stuff to talk about too.
I was actually looking something else up. I'm sorry.
Oh wow. Well,
no, it was horror. It was horror movie related. That's all.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not a big old movie fan, so I didn't make it through the whole movie.
Whoa. Let's not call this movie old, though. I mean, this movie came out when I was 1. So
for me, it's old. Okay, for me.
I mean, it is old technology that they use because, like I said,
I couldn't do
no CG, no. But there are plenty of other movies that came out around the same time that had much better special effects. The Thing, I think, also came out in 80. I think it came out in 84, which is by John Carpenter, another person who's well known in the horror genre circles. He's done a lot of those movies. Excellent practical effects. It's super scary, high quality, still holds up today. I wish people had voted for that one. No offense to everybody that voted for this movie, but I really wish y'all would have voted for that because it's a much better movie. But back to the task at hand, dismantling A Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's see, what was I? Oh, so the jail, when she comes back, she wakes up and then she gets mad at Glenn, typical woman. He does something in her dream and she's mad at him. He's like, what did I do? And she's like, you weren't there. He's like, I don't know what's going on. So they go and try and save the guy. They go to the jail in real life, I guess. And it's too late. He's dead. So, yeah. Anyways, cut to later. And Glenn, all he has to do is stay awake. She's like, stay awake till midnight and then come over. This fool can't even stay awake for 10 minutes. He falls asleep. And, yeah, he dead. His parents come to check on him. Blood everywhere, which another thing I didn't understand about this movie, and since it's from the 80s, I know it's not one of those, girl power feminist things, so whatever, but both of the dudes that he kills in the movie, they get no chance to do anything. One dude gets strangled immediately. Glenn gets sucked into the bed. Tornado of blood comes out of it. Didn't have a chance to fight it off. The girls, the first girl and then the main character girl, she chases them up and down stairs and through multiple buildings. And I'm like, why do they get a chance to escape? They wake up multiple times after fighting Freddy. And I'm like, Glenn didn't get a chance to fight. What the heck, man? We're fighters, all right?
Based on the name. Hello there, Glenn.
Well, but the other guy didn't get a chance either. He got by the time he woke up the first time, he already had a noose around his neck, and that was it for him. He was dead.
He was done.
Also, he was hanging for like 3 seconds. And I'm like, huh?
For real?
Yeah. Because, I guess I don't know how time worked in the movie, but as it's all playing out, the rope is going up over the bars and it's pulling him off the ground. And then he gets up and then you see his feet kicking and then they burst in the door and then his feet are not kicking. And I'm like, okay, that's like holding your breath for 10 seconds. Like anybody can do that. And then they cut him down immediately and he's dead. Like he didn't even like normally when they used to hang people, they dropped them so it would snap their neck. That's how they actually died. They couldn't hold themselves up to breathe. That's why they usually died. This dude choked for 10 seconds and then that's it. And I'm like, well, that was kind of weak. So I don't know. I had a lot of problems with this movie, if you can tell. But after that, now both of the guys are dead. The first girl, she died early in the movie. Now it's up to the last girl, all by herself. And somehow she grabs a hold of Freddy and pulls him into the real world. I didn't know that was a thing either. Pulls him into the real world so she can fight him. She's locked in her own house thanks to her mother. And she breaks out the windows of her house and is screaming. The cops are across the street. They're right there because they're investigating Glenn's death because this dude just got turned into a freaking typhoon of blood. And she's breaking out the windows, yelling for them to come over. And they're like, what's going on over there? Somebody breaking glass and yelling for the police? Oh, well, maybe we'll get the chief. Like, get the chief or whoever her dad is, the lieutenant or whatever he is. Go get the guy and bring him out there. His daughter's breaking the glass out of her house and yelling for the police. That should be your signal to get the police. That's your job. Like, get over there and save her. So then they get over there. Now Freddy's in the real world. He torches her mom somehow, sucks her into another dimension. And then he comes back and they duke it out. And then she kills him. Like, oh, yay, everything. And then everything goes back to normal. Like, so she killed him and everybody came back to life. Did time reverse? What's going on?
You asleep the whole time?
Yeah, were they asleep? Was that all a dream? Like, was Freddy ever real? And then they get into a car and then the doors won't open and then it locks itself and then it turns into the red and green sweater and you're like, oh, so Freddy's the car? So he didn't kill him and now they're all in the dream? Like, or were the other people already dead? They're just figments of her imagination and she's the only one in the dream? I don't know. And then her mom gets sucked through the door, which looked very cheesy. But yeah, and then cut to black and roll credits. I don't know what happened. Did the good guys win? Did the bad guy win? Was it all a dream? Is everybody dead? Did Freddy kill the adults too? I don't know. I'm left
Probably would have rather watched any other movie on that.
I'm left with way more questions than answers by the end of this movie. If you watched it and thought it was good, put it in the comments. Explain to me. Explain to me what you thought about this. That was great because I looked it up too on IMDb to see some reviews, and there was all kinds of people like, "Oh, the cinematography is great and the plot is just." It's so well written. And I'm like, what movie did you watch? Because we didn't watch the same movie because I didn't understand. And I had to constantly look on Wikipedia to figure out what was going on. And they didn't explain anything about Fred. They didn't even call him Freddy, Fred Krueger, until halfway through the movie when they basically were like, well, we got him arrested, but some of the evidence got dismissed in the case, so he walked. So we murdered him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, we're just gonna gloss over that. Like, I'm not saying he was a good guy and didn't deserve it, but you can't just murder somebody because they got off on a technicality. Like, oh man, well, we'll find a way to get him. Like, yeah, let's nail his front door shut and light his house on fire, and problem solved. Well, now what happens? He becomes some sort of otherworldly dream world monster, and he starts murdering your kids. So that didn't work out very well, did it? And that's another thing. How did he become They didn't ever explain.
Oh.
Like,
yeah, because I know other movies. Well, not all other movies, but some movies give a backstory on how they became what they are.
yeah, at least there's some deal with the devil or a demon or somebody brings them back. They accidentally curse them or something, like
Oh.
there was no curse, there was no book, there was no enchantment. They were just like, yeah, he was a pedophile, which they don't even explain that in this movie. They only explain that in the remake that he was a pedophile. This one, he's a child murderer. But anyways, this is like he murdered kids, so we murdered him, and now he's back. Like, okay, well, what are the laws of this world? Like, you got to give me something to go off of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, at least I know you're a big fan of it. You got some swag going on. You got the shirt. I don't know, you can't see the shoes, but you got some shoes.
Shoes aren't here yet, but I also got Friday the 13th shoes.
Oh yeah, the Friday the 13th shoes. I
forgot. I'll show them to the people.
Show them off.
Show people. People can see them. Anyway, yeah, Vans is having this thing called the House of Terror in the month of October. Halloween themed, pretty much. But these are the bad boys right here.
We are not sponsored by Vans.
I wish we were. Hey, if y'all watching this, hook us up.
Hey, we should tag them.
Yeah, these are Friday the 13th shoes. Just got them today, and I like them. I have it shoes coming in too, but they won't be here till next month. So
not in time.
Not in time.
What you should do? We need to have a video of you running in those shoes. Let's see how fast you are.
I don't want to mess them up though.
Oh, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna run.
What if I fall?
Well, don't fall.
Stuff my shoes.
Maybe Freddie will catch you.
I don't know, maybe.
Or Jason. I guess Jason would, because those are his shoes.
Yeah, those ones are his. Yeah.
Which, see, that's another thing that I have seen the original Friday the 13th. I've also seen the original Halloween. This one, out of the three, whatever big franchises that there are, this is by far the worst. Now, I don't know, maybe the second one can redeem it, but going by just the first movie, so the original of those three, yeah, this one is. I'm gonna say it's in fourth place. This is fourth place out of three movies. This one's fourth place.
Okay, so what's your favorite horror movie?
Of these three, or just of all time?
Just in general.
It's a toss-up. Probably The Strangers is my number one favorite, but a very 1A is A Quiet Place. See, those two are well done horror movies. This one is not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all know mine.
You wanted it to win the original the TV
that was
one.
Long.
Yeah, and it's like
they had those ones too. Yeah, they had those shoes too. I almost bought those ones, but I didn't like how they looked. They had his face.
Pennywise. Dude, he was super creepy. I mean, Bill Skarsgård is super creepy too, with the lazy eye and the he's got the big buck teeth going on. Yeah, extra creepy. But yeah, I wish Friday the 13th had won, or even Halloween. Halloween is the best, I think, personally. You can make an argument for Friday the 13th, but I think Halloween's the best.
Halloween's good. Halloween is good. I agree with you there.
Because you understand the premise. You understand the killer. You understand the people. There's not why is this? I mean, there's enough of that. Right? Yeah. Well, I haven't seen the very latest one that just came out.
Yeah, I know the one before that.
Yeah. I don't remember what that one was called. It came out 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't not long ago. But I know they just came out with another one.
Yeah, the other one just came out a week ago. But yeah, that one was pretty good too. And again, though, there's an explanation. You kind of understand what's going on. I mean, there are some things kind of left up well, why this or why that? Okay. But there's a little bit of mystery. That's okay.
Yeah.
Don't leave me guessing about major gaps in the plot. Why is he chasing this person? Why that person? Why, So Again, I was left with more questions than answers when I got done with this movie, and I was not happy about that. So, all right, Wes Craven, next. You're not going to Hollywood, dog. Although
No, for me, dog.
he did go to Hollywood and he made a bunch of money. So, joke's on me because I got a little podcast.
Yeah. You're sounding like our last. You're sounding like our last episode. A bunch of haters.
Hey, don't hate on us though. But I mean, we're still holding it down in here. I can make a. You know what? I would like to have a chance to make a horror movie because, at least, I mean, I would love it. I don't know. I think a lot of people would like it because, I mean, if you look at horror movies traditionally, they always have terrible reviews, right? They're always bad ratings. There's a bunch of problems with them. They have gotten better recently, but still, there's always ways to improve them. I think I could do a pretty good job.
Yeah, you probably could.
So
I can do that.
I like things like, well, based on my favorite movies, The Thing also in there, but that's kind of an older one. But I appreciate things where they don't jump. Like jump scares are fine. Like I'm not saying you can't have them, but you got to have more than just jump scares. I want something while I'm watching the screen to kind of be like, I'm kind of leaning back in my chair, like, oh God, I'm uncomfortable. Like that's why you watch these movies, because you want to be scared, not really scared, because that's not fun, but for a movie to scare you, that you're like, you're kind of turning and like, but not grossed out, but just scared. Yeah, that's why I liked The Strangers. It gets into your head because every time you're watching, you see something in the background. You're like, what was that? They're like peeking out a window. Like the first time I watched The Strangers, I was living in my old house. I wasn't married at the time. I don't think I watched it alone. I think somebody watched it with me, but they left after the movie was over. So I'm sitting on my couch in my living room.
Scared.
Huh?
He was scared.
Well, I heard something outside, and I look out the window, and I'm like peeking through the blinds, like just trying to bear. And I'm like, if I see anybody walking out there, I'm making sure every door is locked. I'm going and getting a baseball bat. I didn't have a gun at the time, but I'm getting a bat. I'm ready. I'm ready, and I'm waiting. I'm not hiding in the corner or going. I'm not going to give them a chance to sneak up on me in any way, shape, or form.
They ain't gonna have the chance.
I'm backing into the corner behind the front door. I can see everywhere else. You have to come through the floor or the ceiling to get to me. That's the only way. And you come in that front door, bam, baseball bat. My brother lived with me at the time. Thankfully, he was home. But I'm like, hey, if he'd have came home late at night that night, he may have got a baseball bat to the face. I don't know. Oh, well, no, I didn't even have a baseball bat. Rewind that. 9-iron, because I did have golf clubs. I kept one specifically in my closet, the coat closet, for just such an occasion. If something happens, I have one at the ready. Hey, you got to use what you got. You know what I mean? And like I said, I didn't have a gun. I probably did have a baseball bat somewhere, but
not where you needed it.
My ready-to-go weapon was a 9-iron in the coat closet. And if you try to break into my house, that's what I was going to use. And that's what you were going to be eating. That's all.
I feel like you probably have a better chance of beating the hell out of somebody, Glenn. I'm just saying, you're a big enough dude.
Yeah, but you need some reach just in case. What if they have a knife?
That's true. But
I just need a little bit of distance.
Can't bring a 9-iron to a gunfight either.
No, if they have a gun, I mean, then I just have to take my chances. But
oh man,
again, like I said, I didn't have a gun, so it's not like I could bring a gun to a gunfight. I didn't have a gun. Not that I was opposed to one.
2 guns, handgun.
Yeah, I always have 2 guns ready. Big G stays prepared. But yeah, I was ready to defend my house. But I heard some stuff going on outside. Like I said, I was checking the doors. But that's what you want from a movie. you want to be like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, hold on, let me go see what's going on from a safe distance.
That don't seem right. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm not opening the door and going outside to investigate. That's dumb. And that's another thing I hate when you see people do stuff in horror movies, and you're like, if you've ever watched a horror movie, don't do that. Don't follow. No, I'm in a
No,
haunted
you know
house,
how
and
it goes.
I just saw a dark figure go around the corner. Let me go investigate. No, no. You see a dark figure go around the corner, you call somebody, the police. You call a priest.
I'm not
You
calling
call.
no, I'm just leaving.
Well, I'm just saying, on my way out the door, I'm not hanging around to make the phone call. I'm leaving, and I'm calling somebody like,
I better
listen,
have my keys ready.
I'm leaving this place. If you don't hear back from me in 10 minutes, be on your way. I ain't hanging around. I'm not following a ghost up to the attic in some haunted house. Like, that's stupid. I have a car outside. I have keys to it. I know how to get out of here.
Car's not going to start.
Yeah. Hey, I'll hoof it. You ain't never seen a big guy run this fast before, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be setting some land speed records. Getting out of there. There's a time to be a hero, and there's a time to not, and that's the time to not.
Man, you got to pick and choose your battles.
Yeah. Hey, how do you fight a ghost? Just doing this, it's just going right through it. Yeah, you can't stop it. That's why you run. You run from the ghost and hope that there's something that keeps it from passing the property line or whatever. Ghosts still have rules they have to follow.
Do you believe
They can't just go wherever they want. No, I don't.
I mean, I just had that.
No, that's fine. I don't. I believe there are spirits, but I don't believe in ghosts. So, if that makes sense, as in the Christian aspect of it, I believe not people. I don't think people remain on earth. I think once you die, you pass on, you're out of here. But I do believe that there are spirits, both good and bad, that are on another plane of existence, I guess, if you want to call it that. So, but I don't play with that stuff either. Just because I don't believe in ghosts doesn't mean I'm going to go get a Ouija board and play with it.
Probably a good thing you live in the city too, then, huh? You know, a lot of people around.
I mean, it wouldn't matter if there weren't a lot of people around. If I lived outside,
it'd be a lot easier for you to get a hold of somebody than me. I'm just saying.
But if I live further out, well, I do have a gun now, and I'm not telling you how many, but I do have weapons to defend myself now.
Keeps that thing on.
Yeah, hey, I keep it locked and loaded, but I'm ready to go if I need to. And if I got to smoke a ghost, I'm going to smoke a ghost.
I'm gone.
Yeah, you got a long ways to go, though. Where's your closest neighbor, besides not counting your mother-in-law or whatever it is?
Yes, there's one house like next to me, but there's nobody there, like ever. They're never there. And then there's
I mean, if people do live there, you just don't ever see them there. Okay. Yeah. It's not like an abandoned house.
There's one across the street.
Yeah.
He has like a bunch of land on that side. So I mean, there's people, but I mean, still.
Well, they're within running.
You hear me? I'm not
running distance. Yeah.
Oh, I can run. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta grab the kid. You better hope she can keep up.
Yeah. You better not fall. You better not fall. We ain't coming back for you.
I'm not looking back.
Tell you that. One of these up for you on the way.
You hear me? I'm not looking back.
No. On the prize. I'm getting to Farmer Steve's house and we're calling the police. We're staying put. That's the other thing people do that's stupid in movies. They're like, they've already called the police. The authorities are on their way. And they're like, I'm going back in. Like, why? Why are you going back in? You can't win. This is the bad guy. They're a ghost or a demon or whatever. Like, just go ahead and take the W. You made it out alive. Just get on out of here. And, don't go back in. You already
No,
had
we
a
should do.
chance.
We should. I know. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of it. This is supposedly like a haunted hotel in OKC. Like the NBA
I've heard
players go.
about it.
We should check that out.
It would be cool. I know we probably wouldn't make it this year, but next year,
Maybe.
road trip to the haunted hotel. Could do an episode.
There.
Yeah,
Day
I'd
night.
be down for that. Hey,
If it gets too bad, we'll just leave.
Hey, I'm gonna keep my car running outside, ready
We'll
to go.
take-
I got the
we'll take
remote
my-
start.
Take my car. I got a remote start and it's better on gas.
Oh, better than my car, not my truck. My car. It probably still is.
Probably
but
around the same. Probably around the same.
Either way. Hey, if you need a haul though, the old Silverado.
We ain't gonna have nothing to haul but our tails.
One thing and one thing only. Tail
right.
out the door. All right, so we'll bring it on home back to Nightmare on Elm Street. We got a little bit well, not off topic.
We
still
kept
on
it. We
topic,
kept
but
it horror, so it's not off topic. We don't want to keep talking about a trash movie anyway.
That's true. I didn't want to keep beating a dead horse. I mean,
Let's not. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. That's not fair.
I've said all I needed to say about the movie. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah,
So
that's all they need to know.
if you like it, more power to you.
Power to you.
I
Me?
probably wouldn't.
Didn't
I
watch
probably wouldn't rewatch it.
So
Wait, what'd you say?
didn't watch it all. So
Did make it all the way through. Got far enough.
it's like you're sitting
registered.
in class, when you have to just sit in class and it's just boring. You're just like falling asleep. Yeah, something like that.
You're like, I probably should have been taking notes. It's too late now. Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered if you'd have taken notes on this movie because it wouldn't have helped you.
Exactly.
But we will, like I said, we're going to keep this one short. We've just talked about it, but we will do another. We're going to try and do one more horror movie episode, try and get it out before Halloween.
Let's do the newer ones. Let's do It, Halloween. Candyman just came out.
And this guy's giving us all kinds of homework. How about we
That's
just
not
do?
bad.
How about we just do It?
I mean, people can vote by the time we come out with the next episode, though.
You want to put it up to a vote?
I say we put it up to a vote. We'll pick 4 movies. We can do It, the new Halloween, and then if you want to pick one, that's fine too. Those are my 2: the Halloween and It, and you pick 2, and then we'll make a vote.
All right.
Because we know which one I'm voting for. Okay.
If you
Even though I didn't vote last time, and I probably should have, because we wouldn't be having this episode about this movie.
Yeah,
if
you
I
could have broke the tie.
I
Well, no,
could've.
you would have made a tie, and we could have picked. What was it?
Then-
Halloween was the other one.
Yeah.
We could have watched Halloween. Dang it, Johnny! It's all your fault.
All right. I couldn't vote. It wouldn't let me vote. Are we even supposed to vote on these things?
I voted. It let me, so I did. There's no rules. We make the rules.
Man.
It's our poll. I voted. I only voted one time though, so I didn't cheat.
My wife voted twice. 2 didn't.
Yeah, I did see that. A couple people voted twice, and that's okay.
That. That's fine. They got their likes. That's fine. But yeah, you pick 2. I have my 2, and then we'll get together. We should let's try to watch that one together. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we do a lot of things separate. We'll try to get together, watch that one. If it's a new one that's in theaters, we'll go watch it then. If I got to go to your house, whatever.
All right. Well, the poll is probably going to go up before this episode because I'm going to try and put the poll up. Spoiler alert, tomorrow, because this is Tuesday.
Tuesday, October 19th.
It is timestamp. But I'm going to try and have this. There's not a lot of editing to do, so I should be able to get this one up pretty quick. But I'm going to get this one up later this week. We got another episode that we got sitting on the shelf. We got to get done too, but yeah, we'll get them up. We'll get the poll out before this episode. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, the poll's already been out. If you haven't voted yet, put your vote in. Me and Johnny Softballs will watch another movie. for the next episode, and we're gonna do.
We're actually gonna probably like this one though. I'm just.
I hope so. I hope it's better than this one.
It's got to be. Anything's got to be better, dude. Anything's got to be better than this.
Yeah, the bar's pretty low, but you can do one if you want. We haven't done one in a couple of episodes. We're gonna have a horror movie, yeah or nah.
Okay.
So
I'll get something ready.
You get something ready. I'm gonna get something ready. We'll have a yeah or nah. We'll watch a movie. We'll review that next movie. We'll talk about a little bit more about our favorites. We didn't really talk about our favorites, but if it wins, obviously we're going to talk about your favorite movie. But we can talk a little more in depth on some of the highlights and the lowlights of the genre in general, because there are some things that I hope it seems like they're getting away from that used to be kind of the bad parts of it. So, but we'll save that for another discussion. But so our review, what do you give the movie? Give it a final rating. Johnny gives it a 0? I don't know.
-10.
-10?
I couldn't get through the movie, dude.
Man, I didn't think it was
I didn't even make it
bad.
through. How did you make it through?
Well, my wife was watching it with me, so she kept me awake. So
that's probably why. Well, kudos to her. Hopefully she liked it more than you did. I don't know. Maybe not.
I'm gonna give it. It was some okay, like from a hindsight perspective, there were some things that were okay that did kind of help the genre. So I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna be real generous. I'm gonna give it a 4 because I shouldn't, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 4. Yeah, that's it for me. I quit, but I'm gonna give it a 4. Johnny gives it a -10. So
I'll give it a solid 0.
All right, so that gives it an average of 2 between the two of us, and that is not 2 thumbs. That is 2 stars out of a possible 20. So not good.
The next one, I hope this one wins because it's getting a solid 10 out of 10.
Well, I guess that would have been 4 out of 20.
Which one though? 2? It chapter 2 or just the first one?
I don't know. You got to watch the whole thing. It and in chapter 2.
I've seen them both multiple times.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole movie. I mean, it's 2 parts of the same movie. It's not.
Yeah, but I mean, they're 2 different movies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's the part 2.
I mean, other than movie day, Glenn's.
Hey, they couldn't cram that whole thing into one movie. It wouldn't have made sense.
No, well, I get what you're saying, but before. Okay, well, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, we'll keep it up. Keep it going.
We'll get the poll out. Get it to the people. We'll get this episode out. Get that to the people. They can vote. We'll pick a movie. We'll watch the movie. We'll review the movie. Yeah or nah horror movies. And yeah, so we're going to sign off for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate the love and support. If you haven't bought any merch, we do have merch. Johnny Softballs. Well, neither one of us is repping tonight. We've been repping, but you can go to our Instagram or TikTok. We got the stuff on. You can see it. Did we post the pictures on Facebook? We're terrible. We didn't even post them on Facebook. I don't hear anything.
Okay. Okay.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next episode.
Later.